Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
How you doing? I'm good.
I'm
How's the
good.
service? Just want to make sure.
I'm hearing a little bit of delay on your end. What about for you?
I think you're good now. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Let's see. How so? These internets, man, can be so tricky.
It's true. Technology is great until it doesn't work.
I know it's really it messes up your whole vibe if it's not working correctly.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been busy, very, very, very busy. Just trying to keep with the energies of everything going on so quickly as always in the space. Didn't get my meditation in this morning, so if I'm all angsty, guys, don't be mad. I'm gonna try to meditate right after this.
That is totally also how I start my day. So important.
It's so important, but it's pretty early out here, so I'm just like still waking up.
Fair, very fair. Early for us, for most other people, it's already halfway through the day.
I know. It's so scary how the world works like that, right? Like people are like, time is such a lie. It's just a big old lie.
Real, real. Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody to another Out the Frame with One Off. Today I am talking to Latasha. I'm super excited for today. I'm C. Sando, the digital director at One Off, and you are a multi-hyphenate artist, producer, singer, songwriter, rapper. You have so much stuff going on. Um, so I want to get right into it because I feel like we have a lot to talk about. To start, instead of me attempting to do your bio, I would love for you to introduce yourself to the people.
Sure. Hi, guys. I'm Latasha. I am a singer, songwriter, rapper, producer, performance artist out of Brooklyn, New York, and I am also community lead at NFT Protocol Zora. I have been doing music and art for, I want to say my whole life feels like I've been an artist. Um, but, I really got into rap at a late age. I want to say in my 20s. Um, and I wasn't like the kid rapping in the basement. This all came like from spirit and from like just visions of what hip hop could be in a different realm. And ever since then, I've just kind of been doing a whole bunch of stuff that, the energies just put me in. So I've been, I opened for Kanye and I've opened for Big Sean and I've, done all the crazy things. And then at some point, I decided that I wanted to do this on my own and figure out how to be an artist on my own accord and independent. And then I fell into the beautiful world of NFTs. And that's where I am right now.
Awesome. So you started by saying you are out of Brooklyn, but where are you based right now? Because you're not in Brooklyn anymore.
No, I'm in Los Angeles, California. Yes, that's where I'm at right now. I live in a little town called Frogtown, which I really love.
And so you talked about getting into rap a little bit later. You are kind of recent to NFTs.
Yeah.
So how has moving into the NFT space changed your work?
It's completely transformed everything because I believe that before I was in a singular path with a lot of my art. Being a rapper, you want to believe that you could be multidimensional and you want to believe that you could like create this whole world with yourself, but the bag wasn't there to like support me to do those things yet. And so I was like attempting with all that I have and all the support that I have. Shout out to Lighthouse, my squad. We were attempting our best to do what we can with what we have, but it just was like still hard. And so when I got into NFTs, it allowed for this space for me to be multidimensional, for me to be all that I want to be. And, you know, I like to do a lot of different types of art. It's not just music. I like to, you know, speak about things. I like to rap. I like to draw. I like to act. I like to perform in different capacities. And with NFT, I really got to like exude all of those strengths of mine. And, you know, I always like the idea of being multifaceted and being able to be all that I want to be. And NFT really allowed that space for me. And it's been such a journey. It's been a real journey.
Do you remember when you created your first NFT?
Yeah, it was in February. I think February 12th was the day. I actually minted on Zora because Jamel, my partner, shout out to Jamel if he's here, was, you know, minting, and he was like, yo, I'm selling my art as, you know, online. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, you should check it out. And I was like, word, all right, let me check this thing out. So, you know, checked it out, was really critical about it at first. And then over time, I really just fell in love with the space and fell in love with the ideas that Zora was pushing of autonomy and sovereignty for artists. And so I got in the game and I put my first piece up called I Like That, which was actually a piece that I used to use in my performances. So it was kind of cool to find new places for the work that I already was creating.
Beautiful. I want to shift this conversation a little bit because we were having a conversation, I think it was a couple months ago at this point. And you said something that completely shifted the conversation and honestly blew my mind. Still blowing my mind today. And I'm going to credit you with coining this phrase. So you use the term the metaphysics of blockchain. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Where did this come from? Because, you know, it seems like two totally disconnected notions, right? Metaphysics and blockchain. So how did you bring these two together, and what do you mean when you say that?
So prior to getting into NFTs, some of my work was in this, sorry, excuse me guys. Some of my work was always in studies of metaphysics. I'm a big, I'm big into energy work. A lot of my fans know me for that. Like I do a lot of energy work in my music and my art, and just, you know, supporting other artists and understanding their energy and how they are exuding their energy within the world, right? And so I'm big on like laws of attraction. I'm big on like, I hate these like woo-woo terms, because as soon as you say these woo-woo terms, a lot of times they come with a white context. But I've learned it from a lot of different guides. So I'm really interested in Black futurism and this idea of, you know, what our ancestors were doing in order for us to, you know, survive in this crazy times, right? And so when I said metaphysics of blockchain, I was speaking on like the energy work that is literally being used within the blockchain and how that equates to our energy work that we're using. And I feel like both both are in tandem, and I feel like they're paralleling each other. And I tweeted this the other day. I was like, you know, Ethereum always goes up when my energy is up, when I'm happy, when I'm in a good mood. And everybody's like, you better stay in a good mood. You better stay in a good mood. And I was like, y'all better stay in a good mood, because this is collective, right? This is a collective conscious, right? Going in, and not to get all hotep on y'all, because, you know, we could get into that space too, but I'm not going to do that to y'all. But like, this is a collective thought, and like NFTs were collective thought. We all kind of wanted this new idea of sovereignty. We all wanted this idea of autonomy. We all wanted to get rid of the middleman and not feel like our value was diminished. And so I really believe that collectively we all thought this idea up. I really believe that. And I believe that's where the metaphysics comes into play. And then I believe Ethereum is energy at work, right? And like we're seeing how it, you know, works through the blockchain, through us, etc., and transforms so many lives. So I hope that answered your question. We could dig even deeper if you want to.
Well, what I'm getting from it is that you're saying that blockchain is like the manifestation of collective consciousness. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I do believe that. I do believe, I mean, I believe everything is at some capacity, but I really believe that at this time in our lives, when the pandemic just finished, we all were trying, you know, a lot of people were trying to figure out how to, you know, live and be. And a lot of people were trying to understand finances to their own value, right? Because so many people lost jobs. So many people were like, oh my God, I've been working at this job for 20 something years and all of a sudden they fired me. You know, people were trying to figure out what to do. Um, and so I do believe that blockchain, although it's already been here before pandemic, right? I think it got crazier once the pandemic hit because we were all trying to figure that out. And so the heightened vibrations, like some folks would say, right? The heightened vibrations and the energies pushed forward this concept and then made it into reality. And that's all manifestation, right? So yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. Shifting a little bit to something that you've said that I think is really important and also to me a really important piece of blockchain in general for artists. You said that NFTs have allowed me to say no to projects I don't want to do. And I find that this is so powerful and so revolutionary, right? Um, so
Mm-hmm.
just I want you to reflect on how moving into the crypto space has changed your practice and allowed you to evolve into the artist you wanted to be.
Absolutely. Prior to NFTs and all of that, I was trying to navigate the music industry and trying to understand my space. And oh no, am I pausing? Ah, I hope not. Let me move over. Oh, there you go. Hi. We had some glitchy issues. I'm gonna move to a different location in the space just to make positive. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So prior to NFTs, I was doing a lot of work um, in navigating the music industry pretty much. I was trying to, you know, get signed and find a publisher and do all those things. And I did at some capacity get like a small deal because I wanted to see how to do the work within it. And I found that it just wasn't meeting my value. And I was like doing jobs and things like branding work and everything that just wasn't meeting my value. Every time I did it, I felt a little slimier. I was like, oh my God, this is not for my art. This is not what my art deserves. And this is not what I deserve. And so when I got into NFTs, I had this ability because I was receiving the value that my energy needed. I was receiving the value that my art needed to say like nah to projects that I wouldn't want to do anymore. You know, and there were a lot of projects like female rappers get all kinds of crazy projects. We get like projects to like rap a song for Subway or, you know, do stupid stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't want to do these kind of things. This is not for me. This my art is a spiritual tool, you know? And for me to like take time to use my spiritual tool in facets that don't speak to me truly and to my heart work, it's not going to work out, you know? Um, and so, yeah, that's when I just started saying, nah, it's not it. This is not it for me. but I appreciate it. I'm always grateful, but you know, it's bigger than rap at this point. It's bigger than rap.
Yeah, word. And speaking of jobs that you want to do versus jobs you don't want to do, let's talk about this new amazing position that was recently announced. So you have been appointed artist community lead at Zora. First of all, congrats, huge
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Super exciting. Tell us a little bit about what that position means and what you're hoping to provide to the community.
Well, my work is always and has always been to create a blueprint of a different form of success and independence for an artist. I think I've always wanted that for myself, and then I would hope that me doing that could inspire other artists to do that as well. Um, and so at the base, I'm always going to be an artist. I feel like at the base of everything I do, I'm always an artist. But now I have the opportunity to share space, to allow other artists to see themselves as success stories, to guide, and to really shape shift the industry where artists are at the leading forefront of everything that we do, right? I think a lot of these companies don't hire artists and are trying to appoint us what we're supposed to be doing and being and living like. And I feel like that's very problematic.
Yeah.
And so this opportunity to really just shine light, bright light on a lot of different artists, a lot of people who are unseen is really where my work is. And so I've been like opening up the space to Zora for, you know, just all the dopeness that is out there. I think, you know, Zora, of course, had a lot of dopeness before me, but I feel like there's so much more I could add on to the space. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, I love that you have brought up the fact that there are so many instances where people who are not well versed in the arts or do not have their own experience are then leading artists and like telling artists the path they should be taking and what they should be doing.
Exactly.
And I think that, yeah, it makes a huge difference that you define yourself as an artist first and foremost. And now you're helping shed light on other artists coming from that space. You know, you're not somebody from the outside being like, this is the way that we should be doing it moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. And I think so many industries fail when they don't bring artists into the space to like lead the conversations.
Exactly. I love that. And in general, with NFTs, what are your hopes for the future of NFTs? We talked about the way that NFTs have been able to change your own practice because you have, you know, freed up space where you can now create the type of art that you want to create. What are your
Mm-hmm.
hopes for NFTs in general beyond just your personal practice? What are you hoping to see for other artists in that space?
I'm hoping NFTs can just deconstruct just I'm hoping NFTs could deconstruct institutions that have taken advantage of the artists. I'm hoping NFTs could really transform what capitalism has done to so many artists and could allow for a, you know, a space where artists could breathe and live well and deeply within their art. I'm hoping that NFTs can like pretty much stop all the violence that institutions have ignited on us. I think that really is where my heart is. Um, a lot of, and of course, NFT has its problems too. Like, don't get me wrong, we still in the system. We still, you know, are dealing with heavy implicit issues, systematic issues within NFT. But it because it's so young and because so many of us are in the forefront of it, I think there's an opportunity for us to really transform, you know, the terms and the rules and the layouts of how this is going to go. So that's my goal for NFTs, and that's what I'm fighting for.
I love that. I definitely, along with you, am all for seeing changes in this gatekeeping that has happened in traditional art. And I really, really do not want to see it just copied in a, in this new space in a different way. I'm really
Exactly.
hoping, yeah, to bust that stuff wide open.
Exactly. If we're really talking decentralization, which is like the whole concept, right? The whole concept is decentralization. We gotta see this balanced. We gotta see this like with new energies a part of it. Um, and we gotta see this, truly with the idea of what decentralization is, which is there is no gatekeeper, there is no one person, there is none of that, right? And I do feel like there is some necessity for form, which I think sometimes, could get tricky. Um, but it's about keeping us as the leaders, keeping the artists as the leader, keeping the creative, like mind and thought leader as the leader of these spaces, and not so much the dollar as the leader. Yeah.
Agreed, 100%. Um, Back to you a little bit. What do you have coming up that you want to tell us about that you
Oh
can't
my
tell us
gosh,
about?
I have so much coming up. I always have so much coming up, and then I'm like, is it coming up? Honestly, right now I'm just really building with Zora. Got a lot of cool projects coming out for more musicians through Zora. I really want to build my own MTV. That's all I'll say, is that I want to build my
Oh,
own
I love
MTV.
that.
So that's really what I've been working heavily on. I'm getting more into the like dev space of this, which is so weird for me because I am not a coder. I've never believed I was a coder. And now I'm just talking to all these coders and I'm like, what is my life? Um, but I am also working on just like building Zora FM, which is our Twitter spaces, and bringing on more hosts there. Shout out to Visionaire. I'm just gonna, plug them right there because we have some cool things working up, and yeah, and also building some personal music projects. I want to get back to my raps. I miss rapping so much, and get back into the music a little bit more for my soul work. But that's where I'm at right now. You guys will see, and that's where we'll keep it.
I just got to say this thing that Visionaire just said, that you're about to have your own NFT Hot 97.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Um, no, but better than Hot 97. No beef, because I love Hot 97, but they be gatekeeping like crazy. So we got to think bigger. But yeah, definitely the goal is to like transform all those like media outlets, and like see a new frame of what the media could be. Um, I'm hyped for it. I'm really hyped for it.
I love that. So, where can we keep in touch with you and see what you're doing at Zora and find out
Yeah.
about all the projects you're working on?
I'm on Twitter 24/7, guys. It's a problem. I should not be on Twitter for so long, but find me on Twitter. I'm twitter.com/call me Latasha, just like my Instagram. You could also find me on Instagram. I'm here a lot. Sometimes I'm on Discord. Call me Latasha is also the name on Discord. And YouTube and Spotify. Spotify is just Latasha, like Latasha straight. And then YouTube is Call Me Latasha as well. So I'm out here. I'm around. You can hit me up. You can listen to the music. We get in the vibes. Um, And also tomorrow, wanted to really shout out what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing Zoratopia tomorrow, which is a new bi-weekly hangout with me, talking about NFTs, talking about how to onboard, getting you a wallet if you don't have one. It will be like a 2-hour hangout with your girl, and we could just, dive deep into this whole thing. I want to sound like Neil, diving deep into the metaverse. And it's tomorrow. The link is up on my bio. So if you want to join, just RSVP. Oh, these bugs are walling on me. Sorry, I'm in the garden. So, yeah. So just hit me up on there. Tomorrow should be fun. We're also giving away a little mint. We're giving away some free gas. So show up. But yeah, that's me.
That sounds dope. What time is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow it's at 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. Eastern.
That sounds so dope. So it's in your bio on IG?
Yeah, you could it's an RSVP on my bio, and then I'm going to send over links later today.
Dope. If you post anything, send it my way so I can repost. That sounds so dope.
I got you. I appreciate you guys. I love One Off. First of all, let me just shout out One Off, because One Off family that like.
We are running out of time.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got excited. Oh no. No, I was just shouting you guys out because you guys are the best. That's all I was gonna say. Oh no.
That you're doing.
I don't know what's going on. I can't see anybody. Oh, this thing is acting up, but I love you guys. It's massive love. I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully, in the metaverse. Take care, guys. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So appreciative.
Nope.
Bye,
Bye,
Latasha.
guys.